right, so strap yourselves in for this deep dive, folks. Today we're looking at something, well, a little wild.
Yeah, a little out there.
We found a single source
Just the one.
claiming
Get this.
that Donald Trump announced a plan to, quote, take over Gaza and ethnically cleanse Palestinians. Now,
Pretty intense.
definitely raised my eyebrows a little bit.
For sure.
So when I saw this, I knew we needed to
We gotta dive in.
really take a deep dive
Let's
and
dissect it.
see what to learn.
Yeah.
Even if,
Even if it's
it sounds a little
outlandish.
right off the bat.
Yeah, it's definitely,
I mean, take over and ethnically cleanse.
those are some loaded terms,
Yeah.
like historically loaded.
For sure. So let's break this down a bit.
Okay.
Take over almost sounds casual, like grabbing a slice of pizza or something. But when you put it in the context of Gaza,
Oh, yeah.
with,
All the history.
all the baggage, the conflict,
Yeah, it's a whole different ballgame.
it becomes a lot more serious.
Right. It's not just grabbing a slice anymore.
Not at all.
It's, implies military force dominance, one group over another.
And then you add ethnically cleanse,
Oh, man.
which,
Chilling.
yeah, chilling's a good word for it.
It really is.
It brings up all these historical atrocities.
Yeah.
Like
Holocaust.
like genocide.
Right. It's painting this picture of planned removal of an entire population.
It's heavy stuff.
Very heavy.
So even just those two phrases,
Yes. Just those two.
they trigger
So much.
all sorts of thoughts,
Emotions.
baggage. So the question is, why use that language?
Right. What's the point?
What's the goal here?
Well, one possibility
Okay.
is provocation.
Okay. Stir up some trouble.
Stir up fear, anger, maybe even incite some violence.
So you're saying this whole thing could be
It could be
just about manipulating people.
playing with their emotions.
That's messed up.
It is a tactic that's been used, though,
Yeah, sad.
throughout history. Yeah.
Another possibility.
Could be to demonize a group
Okay.
and try to justify actions against them.
You mean like,
You portray Palestinians as victims,
Yeah.
impending ethnic cleansing,
right,
and suddenly
it's easier to justify
controversial policy.
actions.
So even if this source,
Even if it's totally bogus,
So-
fake news,
the language itself
the language is still dangerous.
can do real damage.
Absolutely. Words have power.
Yeah.
And this type of rhetoric, it creates fear, mistrust.
Hostility.
Yeah, and reinforces stereotypes.
Makes it harder to find
Peaceful solutions.
common ground.
Definitely.
This is why we talk about media literacy.
All the time.
Right. You can't just
Take everything at face value.
believe everything you read.
Exactly. You got to dig deeper.
Ask questions.
So-
Who's saying this?
Why are they saying it?
What evidence do they have?
Especially with these complex
It's
positives.
like the Israeli-Palestinian conflict.
It's so easy to get caught up.
In the emotion.
The emotion. Got to stay critical.
Guys, stay discerning.
So what we're seeing here is
Even a single source,
even one that seems
completely out there,
can teach us a lot,
about language
the power of it.
and the importance of being media literate. It's a reminder that we all have a responsibility
To be critical
about what we share.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this deep dive,
Yeah.
what does it really highlight?
I think it highlights that we should never underestimate the impact
Of words.
of words.
Even if a claim seems ridiculous,
Outlandish.
the language itself,
It tells a story.
it can reveal potential consequences.
Yeah, it's not always about what's being said.
But how it's being said.
Exactly.
That's the key takeaway here.
That's the deep dive.
For today,
Thanks for listening, everybody.
and stay critical out there.
Stay sharp
We'll see you next time.
for another deep dive.